Hello, it's good to see you. Today we are here with another Paint with Diamonds kit. If you recall, back before Christmas, I did one for my mom as a Christmas present, and she really loved it. She thought it was awesome. She has it hanging up in her sunroom, so it looks really good in there too. So I'm glad she liked it. I got it framed, and it turned out great. So I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to do another one, and I ordered this one. Now this one is not as big. It's not as big as the first one, but I just thought it was really pretty. Now when I unfold it, you'll see it, but it won't look as pretty as it will when it's finished. Look at that, isn't that cool? So you're back at the beach, and you're seeing the little starfish there reflected through the glass. It's like a little glass of water or whatever. Or it's a really big glass of vodka. I don't know. Maybe they had a rough day on the beach with their kids. But up here is the thumbnail that shows you, it's basically, looks the same, it's just smaller. But this is the next one I want to do. And you see it's covered in this plastic film that you want to leave on there because this surface is very sticky, and you don't want to mess it up. So with this one, we're going to have 21 different colors of diamonds, and they're obviously not real diamonds. They're little pieces of plastic, and they're contained in here. I'm going to move this for a minute. Now these containers are the ones that I used when we did the big picture, the last one I did. And they still have the labels with the numbers for the other diamonds. Now these won't work here, obviously, and we don't have as many colors either. We have 21, so we're going to need 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and then one more. So we won't need a whole thing of them. So we don't need both of these. So I'm going to remove this one. Now you see here that they already have labels on them. And I think in this case, I'm going to maybe just put some labels over them and put these little ones in bags with the numbers. I don't know that I would never ever need them again, but it might not hurt to save them. I really enjoy the Paint with Diamonds kits, and I actually ordered 2. The second one hasn't come yet. I ordered some back before Christmas and they never came. I need to check on that to find out what happened to them. So I thought we could take these and put them in little plastic bags. And I have a wider tip Sharpie and a fine tip. I could just decide which one of these I want to use. So I think the first thing to do would be to take these out. So we can reuse the containers for this one, for this kit. Now I have some little bags here. These actually came with my last kit. I didn't use them. I'm not like a drug dealer. I don't have these just lying around or anything. So you have these little tiny bags. It's so cute. You see? So we could write the number on here, on the back, and pour the diamonds in there. I really like these containers because you can open just one at a time, and then you can just pour it. It's like the little pill dispensers, like, the 7-day little pill dispensers. It's basically the same thing. So let's see here. I'm going to move this over. So we could just start with this one. Now the first one in this container is 37.66. It might be better if I pour them in there and then write the number on there. I think I'd be less likely to smear it that way. See, open it up. And you can just kind of squeeze it on the side to open it up like that. It's like a little mouth. Hello. And then you pop it open. And you very carefully pour them in there. All right. Now that was 37.66. 37.66. And see, I can just take all these and put them in a Ziploc bag or whatever and store them away for later. So now that one is empty. We're going to go on to 37.71. Ooh, I may not have enough bags. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. If not, I'll improvise. These come in handy too. If you don't have enough diamonds of a certain color, you might be able to find one that's close enough to work. 37.71. 3771. There's that one. Next we have 3812. Very pretty blue. Sort of a bluish green color. Alright, that was 3812. 3812. Written kind of sloppy, but I can read it. Next we have 3822. This one's kind of awkward. Okay. 3822. 3822. Now, we have one empty. Okay, now we have four more. The first one is 3826. A little brown color there. 3826. I don't think that was part of the sand or the starfish or something. 38.27. $38.27. Yeah, nice little pile. Next we have 38.44. Ooh, that one's pretty. Okay. 3844. There. And the last one on this one is 3853. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, 3853. Okay, now we have 8 empty. We need 21. These two rows here are blank, so we have 4, 8, 12, 16. This one is only one number. It might be wise to empty that one. And it's already almost empty. 819. I had a lot of those. I had 5 containers full of that. There were a ton of those. And they're a very light beige color. They're almost white. Kind of an eggshell color. So that's 819. So it cleared out a whole row just like that. So that gives us 12 empty. 4, 8, 12. 16, 20, and then, really, I just need one of these emptied out. Now, 2 of them are already empty, but I can go ahead and empty this one because these are the same. That is number 950. And I should be able to fit both of these into the same bag. 950. 950. So now I have all of these diamonds from my last kit that I could just store along with my other container in case I need them again. All right. So we're going to have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 1 extra for 21. Now these already have blank labels, but we need to put some labels over these. I could peel them off, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, they're noisy. I think we're just going to cover them up. I think that's probably the best. Now here I have a sheet of just plain Avery 5160 labels, and we're just going to cut these. I'm just going to take one and we'll just cut them into little pieces that we can stick on there. I'm a big fan of using what you already have instead of buying new stuff when you can. I didn't see a need to buy special labels for this. Alright, so when you're ready to put them on there, you can just push them down. I want to make sure they're turned the right way. Like that. So that I have them facing the way I want. So I'm going to need 4, 8, 12, 13 labels, and I could go ahead and cover these up too. So I need 16. Let's see. I could really just kind of cut right across here. That makes it a little big though. You know what? Let's trim the edge off that. That makes it a little smaller. Here, see? That way it's not overlapping like some of these do. Maybe I could cut it this way. Let's see. I'll do like 1. That'll work. Yeah. Let's put it over there. And then I could probably cut this one in half. Okay, and then we can cut this one into thirds. Although these numbers are 4 digits, they're a little bit longer. It might work. Oh, that's going to work just fine. Then we need another label. Now again, I think we're going to let's cut this one lengthwise. piece off here. That'll go on this last one. Okay, and then we can cut. Let's try cutting this one in half. It might be a little bit big though. You see, I think that's going to be a little bit too long. And put that one over this number. This one's a little too long too, just a tad. Cover that number. Sorry. Okay. And the next piece, we'll cut this one. Cover that one. Cut a little bit off. Cover this one. And one more. Now I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 more just to make them all blank. And I really only need 3. Let's see, let's just cut a little bit off here. And cut one here. Cover this one. Oops. Cover the next one. And one more. This one's actually kind of folded up a little bit. Might be able to just take that off. It's sticking up. This one was a little too long. There, now they're all blank. Okay, now we are ready to write our numbers on here. Let's look at the numbers. Just want to make sure I get this right. The numbering on this is a lot easier. It's just 1 through 21. It's not just a bunch of random numbers. And then see, each number has a code that you go by. But let me look at the packets. The packets appear to have the numbers on here. I think that's a 6. Yeah. That one looks upside down. But it looks like it just has the numbers and not the codes. So now we can just write our numbers on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of these may have more than one packet, I'm not really sure. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so we now have all of these ready to put they're ready to receive the diamonds. I also got out all the supplies. If you've ever done a Paint by Diamonds kit, you probably recognize this stuff. This is the little tool that you use to apply the diamonds to the adhesive. And this is a little piece of wax. And it's coated on both sides with a piece of plastic that you can actually pull back. And what you do, you just take your little tool and you're going to punch into the plastic and get a little plug of the plastic, and it goes into the very end. It's actually hollow in there. And seal the plastic back up. It looks like a piece of gum, but it's actually wax. And that makes the end a little sticky, so you can actually sort of stab at the diamonds. You take the color you're working with and you put it on this little green tray right here. And it has ridges. It's kind of hard to see them, but they're little ridges. And you pour the diamonds in here that you're working with. And that way you can kind of shake it and turn the diamonds the right way. You want the flat surface on the bottom, so you're actually sort of grabbing it with your little implement here by the domed top. It's kind of rounded. Grab it, put it in the little spot on the canvas. They even gave me a little gripper tool that you can put on here. It's really tight. It looks like a leg warmer. You're supposed to be able to push it on there, but it doesn't want to go. Well, it kind of went, but it's supposed to help you grab it. I didn't use it last time. I didn't really think it was necessary, but it was nice of them to include it. And for this one, I got the same stuff. This piece is basically the same, although it doesn't have this little piece on the end, which I never used anyway. So it's a little tool, and they give you a little bit of wax here. Not as much, maybe because it isn't as big. And the little tray. The tray is a little more narrow, but it's the same basic principle. So then when you're done with that particular color, it's open on the end, and so it kind of just funnels them down, so you can just pour them right back in there and move on to the next color. Or you can just fish them out of here directly. I mean, you do it either way. So here we have the diamonds in this plastic. This one's just all by itself. This is number 21. It's pretty beige color. You see how they're just in a strip here. Well, I like that one. Every now and then you'll notice there are little stowaways. Like there's some, looks like some of these got in here, and one of these got in here when they were, making these little packs. It's funny. So when you turn them over, you see that they have their corresponding numbers. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, and 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, that was 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now these don't necessarily correspond to the order in which you will use them. You're going to use them in, you're going to use all different numbers at different times when doing your little paint with diamonds picture. This just lets you know which one to use. So then what we need to do is put them in the corresponding boxes. This can be tricky when you go to pour them, sometimes they go all over the place. See, we kind of bump it a little bit, get the pieces away, because you're actually going to be cutting the corner off. And it's got to kind of open it up, and then you just pour it in there. So there's number one. It looked like there were a couple, there's some, like a pink one in there. You just have to be mindful not to use that one. You can actually go ahead and get it out. I'm not going to do that right now because it looks like almost every packet has one or two of another color in there. We're just going to leave it. Probably what I'll do, like say I go to use this one, I would open only this one and then pour some in. And if the one that's a different color falls out, I'll just kind of pick it out and, put it in the trash or set it aside. So I'm sure not to use it. All right, here's the second one. Kind of a greenish color, like a moss color. Number 3. And number 4 is kind of gray. So there's our first one completed. We'll move on to 5, 6, 7, 8. And here's number 5, very pretty, festive, bright color. And number 6, kind of a bright yellow. Number 7 is a more pale yellow. Ooh, number 8's nice peachy pink. I think one escaped. There we go. Get back in there. So there we have the second set. Moving on to 9, 10, 11, and 12. Here's number 9. It's about the same color as the thing. And number 10 is like a darker pink, almost a burgundy. That's a very pretty color. I like that. You see how they kind of sparkle? That's why they call them. That's why they say they're diamonds. They're just plastic, but they're very sparkly. And 11. And they all are. It doesn't even matter what color they are. They're all like that. And number 12. It seems kind of similar to the number 9, except it's a little more blue. Oh man. That one was eager. Yeah, they make medication for that. I have to get them all up. It happens though. Sometimes you go to open one of these and your hand slips a little bit and they just go everywhere. You know, after I did the last one, as soon as I finished, I had to thoroughly vacuum the floor around here because some of them got on the floor. It's a little scrap. There we go. Get in there. So there we have the third set. Moving right along to 13, 14, 15, 16. Here we have 13. And 14's kind of a sandy, beigey, greeny color. I don't know. And 15. That's a pretty one. I like that. 16. It's kind of like a dark gray. Go. That's the last one for that row. Go on to 17, 18, 19, 20. Here we have 17, which is a pretty bluish gray color. Kinda. I don't know. There we go. That is really pretty. I like that. 18. I think that's what drew me to this picture. I just love all the colors. They're so pretty. And 19, kind of a mustard yellow. And 20, well, we have a lot of these. This one's really full. Oh, that's not going to work. We're going to need a second one for that one. So let's do... Let me set this down for a second. The way I did it last time is I would put 20 and then under it, a parentheses, and the number 1. And in the next blank one, I would put 20. And then a parentheses and 2. So I would know if I were working from here, I would know, okay, when I use these up, I'm going to have more. Just look at the end and you'll find a little compartment with them in there. And there were a couple in the last kit. There was one, I think I ended up using 5 of these. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. There were so many. So there's that one. And now all we have left is number 21, although it looks like we have a lot of these too, so we may have to do 2 compartments of 21. Oh yeah, okay, so it's a nice light yellow. No problem. We'll just close it. And we're going to put a parentheses under that with number 1, and then 21, 2 in this empty one. So now that is all ready. That's all done. That's ready to go. And I'll show you what I use now. I bought these little kits on Amazon. I can't remember the name, but I think it came with 2 of these boxes. And it wasn't much. And I also bought a light surface to put your picture on. It makes it much easier to read. I bought this here. I don't know the name of it, but if you go onto Amazon and just search for paint with diamonds, supplies or accessories, you'll find these. And it's just a USB. You just plug it into your computer or whatever. And the light is adjustable. Here's the power button, and you can turn it on, and then you just press, and you can dim it. You can make it darker or lighter just with this little button here. And it's so you would just put the part that you're working on right here, and it lights it up and makes it much easier to read. I highly recommend it. If you're gonna do paint with diamonds, I really recommend this. It really helps save your eyes. I'm really glad I got it. So again, this is the picture we're going to be working on. I'm not going to start it right now, but you will definitely see different parts of it as I work on it. I'm not going to do the whole thing in a video because it's going to take a long time. I mean, even though it is smaller, it's going to still take a while. I think the big one I did probably took between 10 and 15 hours to do. And I just did it when I had, some spare time, or it was like listening to a podcast or something. I would just set it up and work on it. So, anyway, I just wanted to show you my setup and show you my new picture. Then we'll be working on this in the near future. And I thank you so much for coming to see all this. I hope you enjoyed it. It's folding up. It doesn't want to doesn't want to stay open, but as you work on it, it flattens out naturally. As you apply the diamonds, it starts to flatten out, so it doesn't stay this way. And I'm thinking once I get it done, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to send this to someone. I don't have any details or anything. I haven't thought about it very much, but I would like to give this to somebody. So, but we'll talk about that later. So thank you so much for coming to see it. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again really soon.